Doctor and Jackie Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City.
Yes. New York City is so great that over the weekend, we joined the rest of the world to celebrate the Chinese New Year. Oh yeah! Take a look. Ooh, that's it. You see, every masquerade in my hometown can do better. Take a look at our people. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Imagine the numerous skills that we can share with the rest of the world. If only we can get our acts together. If only. Now, if your hometown did not participate in Chinese New Year, it is a matter of time. It is a matter of time. I wonder how they celebrate the Chinese New Year in Zambia. You remember Zambia? With China in control of the country's main seaports and airports. I'm sure it won't be difficult for Chinese to bring in dragons into Zambia, even if the dragon has a coronavirus. It doesn't matter. They control everything. In South Africa, I'm sure Chinese police use that opportunity to demonstrate how they will defend Chinese people in South Africa if they ever come under attack. You know, the xenophobia in South Africa. You know when they talk of foreigners in South Africa, they do not classify the Chinese as foreigners. It's the same thing in Nigeria. When Nigerians talk about the herdsmen from Libya and Niger and Mali, they are not seen as foreigners in Nigeria. Even when Buhari acknowledged that, under pressure he did that these herdsmen were the people who come into Nigeria to kill Nigerians. As for Governor El-Rufai, he will still go out there and tell them to stop killing his people in Kaduna. So there are people who are not seen as foreigners in other people's country. That's how Chinese are treated across most African countries. You see, now, to understand this South African arrangement, imagine Nigerian police in South Africa, in the townships, defending Nigerians in South Africa. By the way, come to think of it, why can't the giant of Africa send their policemen to South Africa to protect Nigerians? Why? If the Southwest governors send Amotekun to South Africa to protect their people, the Attorney General will suddenly wake up, Malami, and say, no. You people are interfering in external affairs. Okay. Who wrote this crap? Who wrote this crap? Whoever wrote this should take his or her medication. You know what I mean? Should stop making me laugh. Nigerian police, they've not been able to protect Nigerians in Nigeria. You want them to go to South Africa and protect South Africa, Nigerians in South Africa. What kind of nonsense is that? So forget about it. So this year is the year of the rat. This New Year, Chinese New Year, is the year of the rat. Last year was the year of the goat. And I smell rats everywhere I look now. I smell rats. In Nigeria, after issuing press statements and war threats, Miyetti Allah finally joined the primitive tribes of Nigeria by going on TV to debate this matter of Amotekun. I couldn't believe it. It was like Thomas Jefferson debating James Madison about the Federalist Papers. I'm telling you, it is worth your time. The spokesman of Miyetti Allah, explained for the first time the issue they have with this Amotekun thing. Watch him.
I think for us, Amotekun, that is the Yoruba tribal militia, is one of the greatest threats to democracy now we have in place.
Can someone stop that man? Stop him. He called Amotekun the greatest threat to democracy in Nigeria. Now, I know what most of you are thinking now. What about Boko Haram? Yes! Weren't these rampaging herdsmen named the number 4 on the global list of terrorists. What about them? You see, you all are lost in primitive, conventional wisdom. The man you are looking at there on that TV is talking postmodern. No. This debate is very important. Let the guy keep talking. Play it.
Because you cannot empower an ethnic militia that have a history of violent crimes, because essentially what you have at Amotekun is OPC, Odua People Congress, that have a history of heinous crimes and killings.
I'm like, wow. In his head, the man is telling himself that he don't open book for them. Let him talk.
The proponent of Amotekun has not hidden who their targets are. They have consistently said their targets is to make sure they displace the herders from the southwest. And we are afraid because if they don't tempt this monster at the early stage, it's going to be a serious disaster for the country.
So that is why they are afraid. You see, it's good to let people talk. Now, until now, did you know that the almighty Miyetti Allah could be afraid of something? Say the truth and shame the devil. Did you know? Just ordinary leopard. Is that not what Amotekun is? Eh? I thought they play with cheetah. Don't they play? Show the man playing with cheetah. How could they be afraid of ordinary leopard? Okay. Bring back my man, my spokesman.
I think my friend is just talking out of ignorance. Calling the governors of the Southwest irredentists. What does he know about that?
No, not James Madison. I said bring back Thomas Jefferson. The Miyetti Allah guy. Bring him back because he warned that they will not let Amotekun take place. It won't happen. Listen to him.
We have seen them, we have seen their behavior. Are they no OPC in another name? We have seen their killings during the time of Obasanjo. They killed so many people in Shagamu and part of Lagos. They have committed heinous crime, whether Amotekun or OPC, they are one and the same thing. And what we are saying clearly that we, the pastoralists, will not allow an ethnic militia that have clear agenda to stop us from our economic activity, clearly stating that they are going after the Fulani pastoralists and we will sit by and allow them. No.
Yes. By the power conferred on them by the Nigerian Constitution, they will not allow it. You see, unless someone intervenes. Who could that be? Bring him back.
So I think it's good that the federal government have, though belatedly, taken up the initiative to declare this monster illegal.
Yes! Finally, Malami came in to the rescue. Now, let's go and talk to Ondo State Governor because Ondo State Governor he said something very important about this matter. Watch him.
No, the government is not trying to solve.
Has clarified that.
The Attorney General has spoken. I'm sure you all read the statement that it was misinterpreted. So it's so clear. So there was no time. At no time did the government wanted to stop Amotekun. That's what we must go about with.
Did you smell a rat? I smelled a rat. At no time did the Attorney General want to stop Amotekun. That's what the Ondo State Governor said. You see, jokes apart, I think that the national conference, some people have been afraid of, is happening live on TV in Nigeria and on social media. If you doubt me, check out what Femi Fani-Kayode has been tweeting out, after he tweets it out. And check out what Junaid Muhammed has been sending out in response. You see, and the supreme leader himself, Nnamdi Kanu, is not left out. He is talking on radio. Listen to him.
The reason why you're dying today is because of Nigeria. The reason why people are being destroyed today is because of one Nigeria. Because as a Nigerian, you are a product of colonial Africa. You are an inferior human being to Europeans because the same thing that Europeans have done in Africa, you cannot do in Europe.
I say, move over Thomas Jefferson. Move over James Madison. Come and watch debate. You see. Get me that my Miyetti Allah guy. Get him again.
Always friends. Despite the education of the Yoruba people, they still remain the most primitive in terms of political culture. They are not tolerant to opposition.
Hassan,
and if you allow them to have an ethnic army,
I'm afraid we have to have a civil conversation. So if you keep going that way, you'll offend the sensibilities of a lot of people on that.
This is where you need Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't care about sensibility of people. If you hit him, he will hit you back. But the defendant of Amotekun had now recalled to, proverbs. That's what happens to Africans. When they can't fight anymore, they throw out proverbs. Watch him.
Yeah, to that I would say, when a house or property owner engages security guards to protect his property, it is only those who intend to come and violate his right to property, who intends to come and steal his property, that will be entertaining fears.
Now, if you think that this young Miyetti Allah guy was just talking as a youth, look at the headline from what an elder is saying. Yakase. Look at the headline. Did you see that? He said, listen to the elder now. He said, all this noise is it's just a ploy for the southeast and southwest and south to secede from Nigeria. That is what it's all about. I didn't know that. You want to know what I think? You want to know what I think? Okay, bring back Madison.
This Amotekun network I've told you, is an opportunity. It's an eye-opener. As further shown, it's a demonstration to the whole world and to those who have eyes, who have inner eyes, to really know that the reality on ground in Nigeria has overtaken the Nigerian constitution. So
the reality on ground in Nigeria has taken over the Nigerian constitution. Shikina. Now, before I continue, I heard that some of you are not subscribing. That's what I'm being told. And some of you are not watching till the end. If you have subscribed, I say thank you. Please, pause now and subscribe, because I'm going to tell you about the new ambassador, Nigeria's new ambassador to the United Kingdom, who just came back to Nigeria. Yes, subscribe first. Thank you. If you have subscribed, I'm sorry that we have to stop this to get the other people. They are our friends. They watch too. It's part of the process. Please. Thank you. The man now known as roving Nigeria's ambassador to the United Kingdom is back. He's back home. I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari. God for the man. He's a minister. He's also ambassador. He went for Africa's Investment Summit in the UK. Now, any meeting anywhere in the world, he will jump into the plane and go. It doesn't matter where it is. Just to show us that it was an important business. He was shown meeting with the Prime Minister of United Kingdom and with Prince Charles. Look at the pictures. As if that should impress us. Like, oh my God, Buhari is meeting important people. Wasn't Babangida one of once given a state visit by Queen Elizabeth? He was. And Babangida was, he should be among the worst, most useless of our former heads of state. I said it. The man spent 8 years in power and he did not save $1 for us in Swiss accounts. Something Grandpa Sani Abacha made sure that he did for generations yet to come. By the way, has he sent any new money to us? Because people don't understand. The reason why we don't have trader money anymore is because Abacha's money is finished. Until we find new money Abacha kept for us, then we give out trader money. We give out school feeding for kids in school. That is Abacha's money. Babangida left nothing. Nonsense. So when the actual summit, I'm talking about Buhari, the investment summit, when it happened in the UK, Buhari was not there. We knew that because he was not there during the time they took pictures. The heads of states from Africa that came. They took pictures and Buhari was not. Look at the picture. Did you see Buhari there? Where was Buhari? I smell a rat. After Anthony Joshua prostrated for him, you know the picture, you saw the picture, Buhari disappeared. The heavyweight champion has prostrated to the featherweight champion. And the featherweight champion, Buhari, felt accomplished. All he wanted in life, even gone beyond what he ever dreamt in life. So he disappeared. He didn't care about anything else. So where was Buhari? Where was he? If the foreign minister, that was the man's name. Do you know the man's name? I don't know. Nobody knows his name. If the foreign minister can stand in for him in the picture, Buhari should have stayed home. Stay home in Nigeria and have the foreign minister go and represent him. Maybe if Buhari were to be home, he would have had time to use the civil war military tactic to defeat Boko Haram. There's something you can hear in that country. In nothing where you know go feed here for Nigeria. Buhari was talking to the Europeans and said, I'm going to now deploy civil war tactic to defeat Boko Haram. This is like the 11th year, who knows, 11th year of Boko Haram fighting Nigeria. All of a sudden, Buhari remembered, the civil war experience, that is what we are going to use to defeat them. Nonsense. This was Buhari who said he would wipe Boko Haram out in 6 months of getting power. This is 5th year. In fact, he once, or is it twice, declared Boko Haram defeated. Now, we know Buhari was not sitting in the toilet. He wasn't sitting there because his visits to the toilet is timed. There's a time he has to go. Everything is managed, that way. He has some, Maybe he was in the hospital receiving brain transplant. No, that's not possible. Brain transplant. No. I don't think so. There's no sign that anything has changed. No. My guess is that he was at home picking his teeth. He's accomplished. He just met the Prince Charles and the Prime. He's accomplished. What do we know? We don't know why he didn't show up. Now, this is what I'm saying. If the man is tired, there's 3 more years. If he's tired of running the country and has no new ideas, he can do the honorable thing and be the first. People will actually remember him, the first president to resign. If he's tired. Now, if you think that Nigeria has problems, think again. In Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia, they are overwhelmed by billions of locusts. Oh yeah, look at the picture. It is the worst locust outbreak in over 70 years. It is of biblical proportion. Remember, it was one of the 10 plagues that landed on Egypt after Pharaoh refused to let the Israelites go. Hey, is that telling us something? The insects have eaten all the crops in Kenya. A local farmer by the name Ndunda Makanga told the Associated Press that even cows are wondering what is happening. You see, when you hang out with cows for so long, you begin to know what they are thinking. Now, a single swarm of locusts, up to 450 million insects, can consume enough food to feed 35,000 people. A single swarm. The locusts are now heading towards South Sudan and Uganda. Now, let me tell you. Imagine if they make a left turn. You know what I mean? And headed towards Nigeria. That would be pomposki. People may think about the bad thing that could happen. Look at the good thing. In one sweep, they could smoke out Boko Haram from Sambisa Forest. Anyway, here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Trump administration unveils new rules aimed at preventing foreign women from traveling to the US to give birth. They don't want, they call it anchor baby. They don't want you to come here and give birth anymore. Now, the new rules were silent about foreign men coming to the US to give birth. So it was good news for Bobrisky and his friends. Now, we overheard some Nigerians, Africans, they are saying, you know what? To hell with America. Canada, here we come. They're going to Canada. Canada is now the new America. It's not the same thing. If it's not Panadol, it is not the same thing as Panadol. I'm telling you. This is good. This is good. China is building 1,000 bed hospital in 6 days to deal with coronavirus outbreak. 1,000 beds in 6 days. Meanwhile, a runway at Enugu Airport is taking the contractor 6 months to do. 6 months. A runway. And you say you people are serious. Nonsense. Trump weighs expanding travel ban to 7 more countries, including Nigeria, Tanzania, and Eritrea. No. Hundreds of you sent me messages saying that in the case of Nigeria, Trump is making an exception for those who were born in Biafra land. Yes, I read the same news in New York Week newspaper. It's a brand new newspaper. It is the same newspaper that is also reporting that people can write Biafra as the country of birth in their US Census form. The New York Week newspaper. Wonderful paper. It's just new. Out. Just came out. What? What do you want me to say? Make up your own newspaper. Outrage at white-only image as Uganda climate activists cropped from photo. This is interesting. Associated, they took a picture of activists, world activists for climate change, young activists. And this Ugandan black girl was cropped out. Now, according to the AP, they were not trying to crop her out. They were trying to crop out the building, that was what happened. And then accidentally, they cropped her out. You see, now you guys can see why Meghan Markle had to leave Mama Charlie and Buckingham Palace. She cropped herself out of that place because she noticed that the media were already cropping her out of that family. So she said, you know what, let me just move to Canada. And Nigerians are following her. Anyway, next, Idris Wada. I don't know this guy. He's a serving governor of one state. Who knows? The people don't do anything and they answer governors. Anyway, and 7 others are in trouble over 6.5 billion naira fraud. This might take. What kind of nonsense story is that? Wasn't Hope Uzodinma under travel ban for fraud before he was awarded governorship of Imo State? Wasn't he? What kind of trouble will a sitting governor be in when EFCC did not touch a waiting governor, as in Hope Uzodinma, who was just waiting there for the Supreme Court to give him the governorship? What kind of nonsense is that? And this is headline news. Hey, polygamy, this is wonderful. Polygamy causing poverty and backwardness in the north, says Emi Sanusi. You know Emi of Kano, Sanusi. You see, I pity Sanusi. I pity him all the time. His head is in the right place. But he's looking for something in Sokoto that is in his Sokoto. Isn't Buhari poor and backward? No, I'm not the one saying it. He said it himself. He didn't have 27 million. He's poor, he's slow, he said it. So did he ever marry more than one wife? No. You see, Sanusi should address the real causes of poverty and backwardness. It is not polygamy. It is the failure of girls in northern Nigeria to take their time to find billionaires to marry. That is how Buhari's daughters defeated poverty. If the girls need to enter a presidential jet and fly to somewhere to go for audition for billion, do it. But make sure you don't marry a poor man, because that's how you escape poverty. That's how Buhari's daughters. I mean, what? Am I the one doing? No. Okay, this last one. This is wonderful. Oyedepo dismisses senior officials for looting church's treasury. Now, the general overseer didn't see any of these thieves in his church, in any of his prophecies in the last 20 years. He didn't see any of them. I'm asking you because... Yeah, I'm asking you because... Do you know why? You see, a medicine man who cures diarrhea, where did he hide his bottom? This is a proverb and it's a word. Nonsense. Now, before I go, I want to wish a happy birthday to Dr. Damage's second youngest fan, Jason Akinlade. He turned 4 years old today. Can you clap for the boy? Little Jason is all the way in Germany, away from the locusts. That's eating up Africa. No, he's not there. He's not there. Jason, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jason. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Now, here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, What Differentiates the Great from the Rest of Us, by Kobe Bryant. And he says, the most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. May his soul rest in peace. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
Great news! SendWave is expanding to Spain, Italy, and Ireland. No more excuses, my brothers and sisters. You can now enjoy the same free, secure, fast, easy, and trusted way that over 500,000 people in the US and the UK are using to send money home. Now, from December 3rd to December 10th, you can get 10 euros on top of your first transaction by using the promo code DOCTOR. After that, it is €5. So rush to our app store and download SendWave.